Hello everybody, what is going on? My name is Freedom and welcome back to another video here on my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Watch Dogs 2 Parkour Runs and how it kind of all began. So what inspired me, how I created them, what were my biggest challenges while I was creating them, and why was it Watch Dogs 2 that I specifically chose to branch out into. So starting off, first things first, what inspired me. So back before I started doing Watch Dogs 2, back before I even really got into gaming as heavily as I did, I'd like to take you back in time to a time where I once did parkour. So there was a time in my life where I did parkour, back around like 2006 to around 2000 and God knows what. But anyway, it was only like a few years ago that I stopped training, but I'd always done parkour, so it'd always been like a part of my life. There was always a part of me that was doing it. Even to this day, like, I go out and like sometimes when I'm crossing the road there'll be a rail in my way, and rather than walking around the rail where the pedestrians would normally go, I'll just like vault the rail or something like that. So I've always had like parkour sort of integrated into me since I was really young, and so that kind of inspired me to eventually go on and make the parkour videos that I made. Now the reason why I got into them so heavily was because in 2010 I broke my leg, which obviously restricted me from being able to go outside and do those outdoor activities and hang around with those people and be in that environment. So obviously I was brought away from that environment. I was brought home, where I had to rest for multiple months, years, till my leg like fully restored, during which time I picked up gaming. When I started gaming, I started off with things like BMXing on GTA and things like that, and I was always looking for something extra in games. I played Watch Dogs, and then I heard that Watch Dogs 2 was coming out, and at first it didn't really grab my attention, and then I saw that parkour was going to be like a main feature in the game, that was going to be basically the main way that you'd move around from A to B, and so I decided that I was going to try and create parkour runs, and obviously the way that I created them was the same way that I created and edited videos back when I used to do actual parkour videos for YouTube on a different account under a different name. I can't remember it, but if I do remember I will let you guys know what the name of it was. And so because I already had a know-how for creating that sort of style, I guess, of montage, I was able to just easily pick it up and easily make runs from it, and so that was kind of my way into YouTube, because there was nobody else out there that was really doing anything like that at the time, so I was able to just slide in through like an open door. Thank you very much. So that's kind of like why or how I created such great videos, and why I picked Watch Dogs 2. It was because parkour was always in me. They brought parkour into a game. Any game that's kind of got any sort of movement to do with parkour, you probably see me try it out, you probably see me play it. So some of the biggest challenges that I had along the way was with music. I think that was one of my biggest challenges, because back when I first started recording these videos and making these videos, I didn't really have I didn't have a laptop, I didn't have flash drives, I didn't have all these things that I have now. You know, I didn't even have a camera to talk to people on, and so I had to like get all this stuff, but I had no money to get any of this stuff, so I had to keep creating content, because I'd hit the goals for being able to make money from doing YouTube. I hit them very quickly, It all took off very fast, and so it was hard for me because I didn't have a laptop, and without that it meant that I couldn't get music from YouTube and import it to the PlayStation and then play it over the video. So I had to like record audio through a microphone, trying to place like a jumper over the microphone and play the audio through the jumper so that it kind of muffle the sound. Sounds horrible and terrible, but I did what I could to make the content what it was. And obviously I'm kind of glad that I did do it, because now as a result of that content and those videos, I have a laptop, I have a camera, I have a capture card, I have a light, I have a green screen, and none of this would have been possible if it weren't for them videos, it weren't for Watch Dogs 2, it weren't for the parkour that I'd studied all them years and the way that I'd edited my video. If all them things didn't happen, none of this would have fell into place. Obviously during the time of breaking my leg as well, I got into online gaming through an ex-girlfriend who'd played online gaming for, I don't know how long she played it for before I started getting into it, and she got me into it. She set up all my online accounts, she set up everything, and so it was like a really easy way for me to get in, and then it was just about how I was going to make it, because I've always had the ambition to succeed in life, you know, being an entrepreneur. Like, I've never really fit into work or the sort of like work environment. I've had many jobs over the years and never really found one where I thought I could do this for the rest of my life. But then I sit here and I create this content and I think I could do this for the rest of my life. I could create my own brand off of this, and I could run my own businesses rather than having to work under somebody else that runs a business. So I feel like I've always wanted that to be that bit extra. I've always wanted that bit more. Like, I've always wanted to succeed, like that little bit greater, and like I want it to be my own thing, you know. I don't want to be working for anybody else. I want to make gaming my job. You know, I want to make doing what I do now my job, and it's becoming a reality over the next few months of the channel. Like, once Watch Dogs Legion releases, I feel like we'll see a mad growth in the channel, and I have some ideas for what I'm going to do around then, but I don't think I have anything else that I'd like to mention about how or why I started Watch Dogs 2, because I've kind of all explained everything. So I hope that answers some of your questions as to, you know, what inspired me to do them, how I created them, what were my biggest challenges, and like why did I pick Watch Dogs 2 specifically. I hope that helped you understand, and I'm pretty sure it did. And so that's where I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys found it useful. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope you enjoyed finding a little bit more out about me, because that's what it's kind of about, trying to engage with you guys as my community as much as I possibly can. So if you'd like to leave some questions in the comments down below about anything Watch Dogs 2 related or not, I'll do another Q&A in a couple of weeks, and we'll talk about those questions, and I'll answer them questions. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. So I hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, you know what to do. Drop a like, drop a sub, turn on them post notifications. I'll be back later today with the stream. Until then, remember, make gaming your reality. Peace, my squad fam.